Three questions to ask as you're developing your growth strategies. Number one, which battlefield? And again, a battlefield is a product and a market. So my battlefield is going to be, if we go back to Nicole, her battlefield was daycare services, kids 4 to 12 within a 3-mile radius. That's her battlefield. And then second question, who's the enemy? And oftentimes, at least the first answer that usually comes up in terms of the enemy is competition. My competitors are the enemy. I've had some people say employees, my employees are the enemy. I've had some people say my customers are the enemy. So a variety of different answers, but who or what is going to prevent you from winning that battle? And then again, step 3 is a specific strategy for winning that battle, given whatever it is that you're selling and to whom you're selling. So this just gives you kind of a framework as you're thinking about your growth strategies. 3 things that you need to identify: battlefield, who's the enemy, how do we win? And in doing so, if you turn to the next page, your growth strategies should be based on a clear understanding of 3 things. 3 things. Number 1, your growth strategy should be based on a clear understanding of your competitive advantage. Your competitive advantage. What is it that makes you different? What is it that makes you unique? Next week, when we begin the module on marketing, we're going to spend quite a bit of time talking about your competitive advantage and how do you determine and leverage your competitive advantage. But number 1, in terms of developing your growth strategies, is you've got to decide, what is our competitive advantage? How are we better than everyone else? Number 2 is your growth strategy should be based on a clear understanding of your business model. How is your company organized? This is something we're going to talk a lot about in module 5. There's a very good book, the title escapes me, I'll think of it, that makes a compelling case that at the end of the day, there are only 3 business models. 3 business models. One is focused on customers. The second is focused on innovation. And the third is focused on efficiency. Customers, innovation, efficiency. 3 business models. And so as you're thinking about your growth strategies, you've got to ask yourself, okay, what is our business model? Are we all about taking care of customers? Or are we all about being innovative, coming out with new products, new services, new markets? Or are we all about being as efficient as possible? Because your business model will play a huge role in developing your growth strategies. So number 1 is, what is your competitive advantage? Number 2, what is your business model? And number 3 factor in developing your growth strategies is, what is your exit strategy? Exit strategy, in other words, how are you going to get out of this business? You figured out a way to get in business. How will you exit the business? And when we come back from our next break, we're going to spend the remainder of our morning talking about your exit strategy. So Natalie, let's take, how about a 6-minute break this time?
Tim, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Can you please tell us again, what are the 3 models of business?
Sure. It's customer orientation is the first one, where everything about the customer drives the business. The second is innovative business model, where everything we do is based on being the newest, the fastest. Everything is about innovation. And the third business model is about operational efficiency. How can we do this faster and more efficiently and cheaper? Those are the 3 business models. And we're going to spend a lot of time on that in module 5.
And you also outlined, you said competitive advantage, business model, exit strategies were the 3 points of what topic?
On the page that says your growth strategy should be based on a clear understanding of those 3 things. So without that page, just find a spot to write growth strategies should be based on three things. Number one, our competitive advantage. Number two, our business model. And number three, our exit strategy.